So, have you ever found yourself in a situation that feels, well, just incredibly tough, like almost impossibly difficult? No hope in sight.
Oh, absolutely. We all hit those walls sometime.
Right. And what if I told you that maybe, just maybe, the biggest power you have in those moments comes from just a few words and like a totally different way of looking at things?
That sounds interesting. A bit counterintuitive, maybe?
Exactly. So today, we're doing a deep dive into that very idea. We're exploring this powerful transformation, and we're drawing from this really compelling story called The Grateful Bird, a tale of transformation.
Ah, okay. I know the one. It's quite something.
It really is. And our mission, basically, is to unpack how this seemingly small shift in perspective can actually change everything, like radically alter your destiny.
Even when things look absolutely dire.
Especially then. We want to uncover the mechanics behind it, you know. This was probably going to challenge how you think about hardship.
All right, I'm intrigued. Where does the story start?
Okay, so picture this little bird, and honestly, her life is just bleak. Total despair.
Doesn't sound good.
No, she's stuck in this scorching hot desert, always sick. Her feathers all fallen out, so, you know, she can't fly.
Wow. Trapped.
Totally trapped. No home, no food, no water, just endless loneliness, struggle, sadness. It's hard to even imagine a starting point that's more, well, grim.
It really is. And what's so fascinating here right from the start is the sheer depth of her suffering. When you first meet her in the story, well, you just can't see any way out for her. It really feels like rock bottom. Her external situation is so bad that any kind of positive change seems possible. Yeah. And that dark contrast is really key, I think, to understanding the power of what happens later.
Absolutely. It perfectly sets the stage for this this turning point. So one day, a white pigeon is flying by.
Okay.
And our little bird, even though she's incredibly weak, she manages to cry out. It's just this desperate sound, "Brother, please stop."
And does he?
He does. Thankfully, he stops.
Yeah.
And the little bird, she uses like every last bit of energy she has and asks him straight up, "Where are you going?"
Simple question.
Yeah. And the pigeon says, "I'm going to heaven." And hearing that, you know, maybe a tiny spark just appears in the bird, she asks really sincerely, "Brother, please, ask God about me in heaven."
Oh, wow.
When will my pain end? When will my bad days finally turn into good ones? It's heartbreaking, really.
That's incredibly powerful. That need for an answer, for relief. So the pigeon goes.
He does. He goes to heaven, meets an angel, tells the angel about this suffering bird, and asks about her fate.
And the answer, well, this is where it gets rough. The angel's first reply is just stark. God has written 10 more years of sorrow in her life. She will have no happiness until then.
10 years. Oh, my goodness.
Exactly. You can just imagine the pigeon's shock and concern, right? Knowing this news could just crush the little bird completely.
Totally break her spirit.
Yeah. And this raises a really important question for us, I think. How do you cope with that? With a fate that seems so harsh, so fixed, what do you do when the answer is basically, it's not ending anytime soon?
That's the dilemma, isn't it? It just goes against everything we hope for. But here's where the story takes this amazing turn.
Okay.
The angel thinks for a moment and then gives the pigeon this totally unexpected advice. He says, "Tell her to keep saying this in every situation. Mm-hmm. Thank you, God, for everything."
Wow. Just thank you, God, for everything.
Yep. And then the angel adds, "This is her real test." Think about that. The solution isn't some magic fix from the outside.
No, it's internal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's this simple, but man, profoundly challenging instruction for her to follow herself.
You know, if we connect this to the bigger picture,
yeah,
that advice, it goes completely against our sort of natural human tendency.
How so?
Well, when we're suffering, when life feels unfair, what's the first thing we usually do?
Complain. Ask why me.
Exactly. Complaining feels almost right, justified even. But this guidance from the angel, it points towards something deeper, like a different kind of resilience, maybe spiritual, maybe mental.
Resilience through gratitude.
Kind of. It's about finding a way to say thank you, even when everything inside you is screaming that things are wrong. It's so counterintuitive.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it such a powerful idea, I think. It's basically asking you to completely reframe your reality.
And the bird.
Yeah.
Does she get it? Well, the story says, at first she didn't really understand why, but she made this solid promise to herself, an unwavering commitment.
Okay.
No matter what happened, good or bad, she would always say, "Thank you, God, for everything."
Always. Even in the middle of the suffering.
Always. And the story gives these really vivid examples, like when she literally falls on the scorching hot sand, she whispers it.
Wow.
"Thank you, God, for everything." When she's desperately thirsty, can't find a drop of water. she repeats it.
That takes incredible discipline.
It does. Even when her sickness gets worse and her last few feathers fall out, she still says it. Thank you, God, for everything. It wasn't just a thought. It was this constant active practice.
Yeah.
Right in the face of everything awful.
That just highlights this incredible, well, the story calls it pure gratitude, right?
Yeah.
But it's sheer effort, sheer discipline.
Definitely.
And it's really important to get that this wasn't like an overnight thing for the bird, not some magic spell.
No, it sounds like hard work.
It was a committed, consistent effort, day after day. Choosing gratitude when despair felt so much easier. You know, it's fascinating. Modern psychology actually backs this up in a way.
Really?
Yeah. Studies show that practicing gratitude can literally kind of rewire your brain. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what you do have, even tiny things. It's like building a new mental habit.
Huh. So it's not just spiritual, it's psychological too.
You could definitely see it that way. It's building resilience from the inside out.
Okay, so she keeps doing this. Then what happens? Well,
Yeah.
slowly but surely, something truly remarkable starts to happen. Like actual magic almost.
Okay, tell me.
Her old, weak feathers, they start getting replaced by strong, healthy, vibrant new ones.
So she can fly again?
Eventually, yes. And one day, while she's still maybe a bit fragile but walking around, these dark clouds gather. In the desert, mind you.
Whoa.
Strong winds kick up, and then bam, heavy rain starts falling, pouring down in this place that only knew dryness.
That's incredible.
Isn't it? And then green plants start sprouting up all around her. A little pond of water forms nearby. And the bird herself, she becomes healthy. She can fly. And she's genuinely happy, laughing even.
Yeah, that's a complete turnaround, a total transformation.
It really is. But here's the kicker. Remember the pigeon.
Yeah, the messenger.
He flies by again. But it's only been, wait for it, 10 days.
10 days, not 10 years.
10 days. And he is absolutely stunned. He finds the bird joyful, flying around, laughing.
Right.
The place that was barren desert is now lush and green, full of life.
He must have been so confused after what the angel said.
Totally bewildered.
Yeah.
He flies straight back to heaven, finds the angel, and is basically like, what happened? You said 10 years of sorrow. Her life changed in 10 days.
Okay, this is it. The explanation, exactly. This is the real core, the aha moment of this whole deep dive. The angel just smiles and explains. Yes, the angel says, her fate was written with 10 years of sorrow, but she changed it.
She changed her own fate.
The angel continues. When someone honestly says, thank you, God, for everything in every situation, good or bad, they burn their past karma.
Burn their karma.
That's the term the story uses. Her test was over. Her 10 years of sorrow were reduced to just 10 days because of her pure gratitude.
Wow. Reduced from 10 years to 10 days. Just from saying thank you.
Because of her pure gratitude, yeah. Now look, whether you take the idea of karma literally or, more metaphorically,
Right.
What this powerfully shows is the incredible psychological shift that happens. When we stop fighting against our reality, pushing against what is, and instead find something, anything to be grateful for, even something small, we sort of break free from that negative loop, that downward spiral.
Okay, I see. So it's not necessarily about external divine magic changing things.
No. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, depending on your belief. But it's definitely about changing your internal landscape, your internal state.
And that changes your experience.
Profoundly. It seems to clear the path for positive change. It's like this radical acceptance that somehow speeds everything up. It accelerates a process that might otherwise feel long and agonizing.
Okay, so bringing this back to us, what's the big takeaway here? Well, the story really points a finger at us, doesn't it? It says, look, most of us, the moment even small problems hit,
Yep.
we immediately start complaining. We ask, why me? It's almost automatic, a natural human thing when we face pain or hassle.
It really is. And that's precisely the core message, I think. We tend to forget or maybe just underestimate the sheer power of gratitude.
The power to actually change things.
Yes. When we can genuinely find it in ourselves to say thank you for everything, in every situation, the painful ones, the beautiful ones, all of it. The story suggests we actually start changing our own destiny.
So complaining weighs us down.
Exactly. Complaining makes life feel heavier. It reinforces the struggle, keeps you stuck in it. But gratitude makes life lighter.
Lighter. That's a good way to put it.
It's a fundamental shift in how we relate to our circumstances. It impacts how we see challenges, how we feel about them, and ultimately, our ability to move through them. It's not just about positive thinking. It feels more like a strategy, a tool for resilience. What stands out to you when you think about applying this to your own life, especially when things get really tough?
Yeah, that's the real question. It's easy to say when things are good, harder when they're not. But this story, The Little Bird's Journey, it's just such an incredible reminder, isn't it? How this seemingly small but consistent shift in how you look at things can just completely transform your life, even when your fate feels kind of fixed or hopeless.
Yeah.
It really hammers home the underestimated power of genuine gratitude.
Couldn't agree more. It's profound. So maybe as you listening reflect on this deep dive, here's something to think about. What situation in your life right now, no matter how difficult it feels, how stuck you seem, what situation could potentially be lightened or maybe even deeply transformed just by trying to bring in a genuine, consistent expression of gratitude, even and maybe especially when that feels like the hardest thing in the world to do?